What is going on, Be-More? It is the Coolbmoredriver coming at you. Wow, it has been a week since I have last driven, and a simple explanation for that is because I had to put my truck in the shop. I had an accident back in December. I had a few issues with the person that drove or actually backed into my truck, parked truck, that is. And her insurance company couldn't get in touch with her to get her side of the story. So finally got my truck fixed. It's a $500 deductible, so I had to suck that up, but I'll get it back, so it's all good. So I actually started driving, so I'm actually going to recap 3 days. April 21st, 22nd, and today.
Watch out, vehicle stopped on shoulder ahead.
Excuse the interruption from the GPS there. So my last 3 days have been phenomenal days back. $150 each day, 150 some change on each day, Saturday and Sunday. And then tonight I ended off with $169 and some change. After it wasn't a slow day today. So this entire weekend, I spent a good 90% of my rides in the Pikesville area. Much like the last day that I drove before I went on my week's hiatus. And this weekend was interesting because Saturday especially. So Saturday I had 16 attempts at rides. The reason why I say attempts is because one of them, my last ride, the 16th, was a cancellation. I had 4 actual passenger rides, and the other 11 rides
stopped on shoulder ahead.
Oh my gosh. The other 11 rides were Uber Eats, which is, wow, just blew me away. But they were all good rides. And then Sunday was much of the same. Most of my rides were Uber Eats rides. And then today, flipped the script. I did about 21 rides. 19 of them were actually passenger rides. The other 2 were Uber Eats rides. No cancellations today. So there's 3 things that actually disturbed me. You know, the weekend was great. But there was 3 things that disturbed me today. One, the first thing that disturbed me is that, so I have a repeat customer. I'll just say his first name. His first name is Vic. Great guy, young guy, really cool, down to earth. So in a couple of my last videos, I talked about having, back-to-back round trip rides. So Vic was one of those round trip rides. Took him out to Lutherville. Took him to his, he had a place to go to pick up some medication, picked up his medication, and then brought him back home in the Reisterstown, Pikesville, Owings Mills area. That happened, from one week to another. And then today was a short ride, took him around a couple miles to his friend's house. But the thing that disturbed me is that Vic told me that there was an Uber driver that he called today, and he asked the Uber driver that, and it was a she. He specifically said a she, that he asked her to take him. He was going to his friend's house, and he asked her to wait a total of 3 minutes. Now, Vic's a good guy. When he says he's only going to be a certain place for a certain amount of time, that's all he takes. He's real respectful of drivers' time. So he asked her, hey, can you wait 3 minutes? I'm just going to go and talk to my friend real quick, and then I'm coming out. So instead of the driver just saying, hey, I'm not going to wait, this driver decides to drive off and not say anything to Vic. Now, when I spoke to Vic, he was highly upset. And the reason why is because this driver had his medication in her vehicle. And she didn't call, didn't text to say she was leaving or anything, but this driver decides to leave Vic's medication on the side of the street. Are you kidding me? You have got to be kidding me. You leave a person's medication on the side of the street and you don't even at least tell them that. He had to call her. He had to track her down through the Uber app, of course, and give her a call and like, yo, where's my stuff at? She tells him she left it on the side of the road. So luckily, he goes back and he finds his stuff where she says she left it. My thing is, you've got to be kidding me. The way the world is going now, you leave somebody's medication on the side of the road. What if some curious kids were to come up and, hey, let's see what's in this box, or let's see what's in there. Maybe they would have thought it was candy or something. Boom, and they started taking it. And they overdose on medication, and something happens to them. You've really got to think. People, you got to think. You can't do stupid stuff like that. That is stupid. I hope that Uber driver got less. I wish you could give less than a 1 star. I mean, seriously. And I hope he reported her, because that was just stupid. So that was the first thing that got to me today. But Vic got his medication. He's a good guy, and he was good. He moved on about his business. But as a driver, that pisses me off. We're supposed to be out here to help people and get them from point A to point B safely. And safety is everything. Safety. If you got a customer that has medication, you don't take their medication with them. Or you don't leave it on the side of the road. How safe is that? It's just dumb. So the second thing that got to me today, and I haven't seen this in a long time. So I had, my last 2 rides of the night were airport rides. So I was somewhere around $125. And I decided, I'm just going to do 2 airport rides and then I'm going to call it a night. So I'm just now finishing. I finished about 10 o'clock, so I'm actually on my way back home now. So the first airport ride took a young lady not too far from, dropped her off not too far from East Lombard Street downtown. And as I'm making my way back to the airport lot, I just, saw this lady, and at first I thought she was just dropping some trash off, dumping some trash out. It was crazy because she was actually eating out of the trash can. I was motivated today, and that kind of broke my spirit a little bit. I hate to see, people struggle like that. It was just a terrible sight for me. And I really wanted to get out. There was some traffic there. I really wanted to get out and give her a couple dollars, so she could really go into a place and get some real food. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to. So if I ever see that lady again, that's definitely going to happen. That just killed me. And then, for those of you who don't know, I have a Hulk mode side of me. So I went. So as I'm heading back to the airport, I get stop at a light. And I used to be a squeegee kid growing up. Living in Panama, living in Maryland. I was a squeegee kid. Go up to customers' cars and ask them, or go up to people's cars and ask them, hey, do you mind if I clean your windows? They would ask me how much you charge. Back then, I'd be like 50 cents. Most of the time, they would give me $1 because they didn't feel like breaking they didn't feel like breaking it. 50 cents, really? Just give me $1, right? So that was my hustle as a little kid, honest hustle, right? Me and a couple of my buddies be out in the street doing that. Come home with some pretty good change too. But there was this one kid. So I'm sitting on, I want to say it was not Light Street. Maybe it was Light Street. But anyway, we stopped at a light, and there's this BMW, nice, pristine condition, white BMW. It was beautiful. He goes up to the guy's car and just starts dumping water on his windshield. And, he cleans off the windshield. And as he goes to ask the guy for money, I can see the guy throw up his hands like, I didn't tell you to clean my window, but thank you for a free window clean. Didn't give him anything. Right? So he rolls up on my truck my truck's already clean. My truck is always clean. I don't play games like that. Like, I don't ride in a dirty vehicle, especially with allergy season. I keep my truck extra clean during the allergy season. Got the pollen and stuff flying around, so I touch that and I'm no good for the rest of the day. So this kid, he rolls up, and right as he's about to put that squeegee on my truck, I almost jumped through the window and grabbed him. This really wasn't a kid. He was a kid because I'm 46 and he was probably 18. But I almost jumped through the windshield and just went straight Hulk mode on him. So I was like, yo, don't touch my windshield. You know, at least ask me first. And I'm just going to politely, you know, turn you down. Like, my vehicle's already clean. I'm good to go. So as I said, hey, don't touch it. Leave it alone. He proceeds to touch it anyway. He messed with the wrong person. He really did. Today was not a day to mess with the Coolb'more driver. So the Coolb'more driver actually became the Hulkb'more driver today. So forgetting where I'm at, I kind of flashed back to, you know, for those of you who know me, I've been following me, I've been in, you know, 3 different combat zones, and kind of flashed back there. I was a little pissed off when he disrespected me and just wanted to do his own thing. So I just jumped out my truck in the middle of traffic, jumped out of my truck, and I literally towered over this dude. Now, this guy was probably around 18 or 19 or whatever. Like I said, still a kid for me, but I towered over this guy. And when he saw how pissed off I was, he just bolted, just ran through the street, and he was gone. And the funny thing is, there was a police officer that was right there beside me in traffic, and I was not paying attention. He didn't do anything. He just kind of looked, and he laughed, and he drove off. So it was just a crazy day today. I don't know. I just went Hulk mode. It was just really weird, and but it's all good now. So I'm back to being a Coolb'more driver, so it's all good. But you know, just these kids have got to understand, you just can't roll up on somebody with the craziness that's going on out in the world today. People being shot over like little stupid things, and even me, you know, I should have watched my surroundings too. I kind of lost it, and I got to watch my surroundings too, because I didn't know if that kid could have had something, and maybe I wouldn't be doing this video right now. So, you know, lesson learned for me. Hopefully a lesson learned for that kid. Like, you know, if you're going to do that, if you're going to make your hustle. Be honest about it. Don't just roll up and start throwing stuff on people's cars. People pay their hard-earned money for their cars, you know, and, you know, just ask them. If a person turns you down, then don't worry about it. Move on to the next car. Maybe they want you to do their windows. But overall, other than those 3 things that happened today, it was a great day. Like I said, it ended off 169 and some change, just short of 170, probably like by 60 cents. And now I'm on my way home, and I'll be out for the next 2 days. Still got some wedding planning to do with my fiance. For those of you who know that my fiance and I are getting married in July. Got some things going on to take care of Tuesday and Wednesday, but I'll be back strong Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I hope that everybody is who's out there driving are being safe, watching your surroundings, and having fruitful days. I think with the Orioles now, the baseball season now going on, it's going to get a lot busier in Baltimore, and some of the other events that are coming out with concerts and things like that. It's going to get really busy in Baltimore, and there's going to be a whole lot of opportunity to make money out here. So with that being said, I'm the Coolb'more driver. You know, like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already subscribed. I'm going to post my credentials, but as always, I always talk about Get Cargo for my last few videos. And for those of you who don't know what Get Cargo is, and I'm my credentials, my referral link for that is also going to be in the description part of this video. Get Cargo is another way that you, as an Uber driver and Lyft, but you can only sign up using your Uber credentials or another email address. But you can use it during Lyft rides too. It's another way to where you can earn money.
Watch out, vehicle stopped on
while you're
shoulder
driving.
ahead.
And it's very simple. All the equipment and the restock is free for the driver. The driver is authorized one free item a day to help themselves out. And they get commissions off of that. They get commissions when they give away free items to customers. And when somebody buys a retail item, you get a commission off of it. You get paid the 1st and the 15th of the month. The inventory is tracked through the Get Cargo system, so you're literally doing nothing. All right, you're literally doing nothing. You are giving away free items and selling retail items, and you're reaping the benefits on the 1st and the 15th. And if you do referrals, if you send out referrals, you get a $20 bonus when that individual makes their first sale on payday. You also get weekly and monthly bonuses. So if you sell a certain amount of items during the week, you get a bonus. Usually if you sell like 5 items in a week, you get a bonus. If you sell like 20, 30, I think it's 40 items, and then it goes to like 80, maybe 100, then you get a bonus for that too. You get a monthly bonus. So you can really rack up. You know, I know drivers who've made $400 a month on their Get Cargo, even though, you know, the ad says about 150 to 300. But I've seen them, and I think some of that has to do with the referrals, because it's new in Baltimore. I'm one of the first drivers to have this, and it's just a great system. And now they're offering quest lines. So every now and then I've been getting text messages saying that, hey, if you do 5 Uber rides and you make 3 different orders, you take 3 different orders, we'll give you a $40 bonus. That's all I gotta do? Wow. Too easy. So I've been getting $40 bonuses on top of this. So it's really a good program. You know, you can help yourself make some extra cash while you're making extra cash. So you can go from, you know, driving to chilling, just like the commercial says, right? So if you got any questions, you know, my email address, my website is going to be posted down in the credentials as well. Feel free to hit me up. Leave comments if you want. Ask me questions. If I don't have the answer, I'll do the research. You know, I'll talk to some other fellow Uber drivers out there and see if they got the answers that you're looking for. So with that being said, I am probably about 20 minutes from the house, so I'm going to sign off, get home safely, and then I'm going to post this video onto YouTube. So hopefully everybody's having a good night, being fruitful. It is CoolB'more Driver coming at you, and I am out of here.